Hey folks, Jimmy here, aka Palette of the Dead. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the latest issue of Warhammer 40k Combat Patrol magazine. Now, as per usual with all these videos, if you like them, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and finally, if you'd like to, drop a comment down below. One, your comments go a massive way to helping out the channel. And two, and even more importantly, I love hearing back from you guys. It really does make my day. Whether you're just saying hello there, or whether you're just dropping by and you want to leave a comment, say how far through the magazine you are, what you've painted, what you've enjoyed, what you haven't enjoyed, and all that type of good stuff. It is all for the greater good. Now, this week, we are on issue number 78 of Good Old Combat Patrol magazine, and it's the final Genestealer Cults issue. In reality, it is our bonus unit for the Genestealer Cults. So, obviously we've been going through the Astra Militarum recently, but they wanted to give us some Genestealer Cults to keep us a bit happy and everything like that. And this week we get the Atalan jackals, which in all honesty are my favourite of the good old Genestealer Cults units. They are enjoyable in my opinion. I like the look of them. I think they look pretty nifty. They're a little bit more fun. I like the idea of fast attack motorbikes and quad bikes and all that type of stuff. So this is really kind of up my street, and yeah, I'm looking forward to building these guys up. Although I am going to build them slightly different to how the guide shows, and I will explain that in a minute. So, Atalan jackals, really cool stuff. If you want to bulk out Atalan jackals and give them a leader, you can do as well with the Jackal Alphas unit, which is another one of my favourite Genestealer Cults. I don't have a lot of favouritism towards Genestealers, but these guys and the Jackal Alphas are top tier in my opinion. Definitely some of my favourite sculpts. So really good stuff there. And you have some build options as well. So you can kind of ignore part of the magazine. You have like for the melee weapon carrying ones, even ones that aren't really melee weapon, you can use melee weapons if you wanted to. You've got hammers, you've got axe, you've got a crowbar to utilize if you really wanted to. If you don't want shotguns, you've got some machine guns in there. You've got some smaller sidearm automatic rifles and all that type of stuff. So there are some slight options, and it is entirely up to you really how you want to go about building it. Just have a bit of fun with it. And obviously if you want the guides of how to utilize some of the other weapons, you can find them online. So dead easy, straightforward, pretty cool stuff. And yeah, as I say, one of my favourite Genestealer Cults units. Going into the issue, obviously we have our build guide. My personal thing with this is going to be very different from how these guys are doing it. Obviously, building up the bikes, straightforward. I will personally not be putting the rider on straight away. And the reason for that is I like doing the sub-build style for painting. It makes life a little bit easier in my opinion for painting. In reality, it's actually not easier, it's actually a little bit harder, and a little kind of step that you don't really need to be doing, but I prefer it personally. I will prefer to do kind of these sub builds and stuff like that because it just makes my life easier as a more of a painter. It just makes me feel a little bit more like I'm in control of how the painting's going to work and balance and everything like that. So that's my opinion on it. Obviously, some people will completely disagree and just want to get it done as fast as possible. I like going detail because, yeah, I just have a thing for detail. I love details. You know, as I was saying to a work colleague earlier, I do kind of enjoy doing reports at work and essentially being spreadsheet manager, because yeah, it's just in my nature. It's just something I enjoy doing. Anywho, it is what it is. As I say, you have some build options, so you have variation of heads and weapons, so you do have a bit of that to toy with. You have selection of saddlebags, pannier bags, that you can utilize on the motorbikes as well, so you can interchange them. Obviously you have 4 bikes and there are 8 of those, so you can mix and match how you want. You don't have to follow any guide with them. Just pick it how you want it to be, but it's all up to you. The other thing, obviously, we get the quad bike. The quad bike, also very, very straightforward. One thing I will be doing is I will not be putting it straight on the base. With motorbikes, not too bad, fairly straightforward. Using a rattle can, because I will spray them with a rattle can when the weather's sustainably better and stays better for a longer period of time. Although we are getting good weather now, so it is possible, kind of at the moment. When the weather's a bit more kind of balanced and warmer for longer, I will be using rattle cans to spray paint them. I will not be putting the ATV straight on a base, because then I can get underneath it and get into all the wheel arches and all that type of stuff without the base kind of being in the way. And it just makes life easier, in my opinion. Obviously, there will be people who completely change their mind about that and don't agree with me, but it's the way I like to do things. So, because I have to be awkward. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Really, really cool unit. I must admit, yeah, it's a decent unit. It's a good unit, and one that I must admit I've been looking forward to. To the point, if I get the opportunity and I can get a second copy of it, I might get a second copy, because I do like these guys. Painting them the same way you've painted all your other Genestealer cults. So if you're following the guide, you're going to be using the Baron Black as your base coat, Administratum Grey, Wraithbone, Catachan Flesh, Mephiston Red. You're going to use a bit of Avalan Sunset and all that type of stuff as well. You're going to use some good old Lead Belcher and everything. So very, very straightforward, exactly the same way as you've done all your other good old Genestealers, and it'll work absolutely fine. If you're going to be like me and you're going to go for different colour schemes, your choice. But pretty straightforward. It is a straightforward colour scheme. It works exactly how you need it to work. It does exactly what you need it to do. And if you're following the guide, you're going to get some really good looking minis at the end of it. The only thing I would do to give it a little bit of wear and tear, some just tiny extra bits of edge highlighting on, say, like the kind of like the wheel arches and stuff like that for the ATV. Put a couple of little bits of Lead Belcher on there. Obviously not going across all of it, but a little kind of scuff here and there makes it look a little bit more war-torn and everything like that. Same with things like any boxes and panniers and stuff like that. And even the engine covers and stuff like that for the motorbike. It helps it gives it a little bit of an extra kind of edge and flavour. That just changes how it looks just ever so slightly and gives it a bit of a difference as well. So pretty cool stuff. Anyway, moving on. We get our collect page obviously for these guys, so you can give them their unit name if you want to. You don't have to if you don't really want to, but entirely up to you. It is your mini at the end of the day as well. We get our data sheet. Obviously we already have a data card for these chappies, so you don't necessarily need this, but it's a pretty decent addition to have, and obviously it keeps that collection flowing and balances it all out at the end of the day. Now, obviously, this issue, super thin on anything, everything, so there's no fiction, there's no lore, it is just literally build guide, paint guide, data sheet, scenario, which is a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. It is just a magazine, so they want to get through it because it's the last one of this one. And then, obviously, we're going to go towards the good old World Eaters, which will be quite fun. Anywho, I keep rambling on because I'm trying to string this video out. That's honestly true. Anyway, the scenario 48. Scenario 48 is an ambush. It is going to be using your Atalan jackals and Goliath Rock Grinder and 10 Neophyte hybrids and the Magus going up against the Astra Militarum in the shape of a Cadian command squad, both units of 10 Cadian shock troops and the field ordnance battery as well, which is pretty cool, pretty interesting, and pretty different. You get to have a little bit of fun with it as well. So you're going to be using the Gene Stealers from each side and kind of have your Astra Militarum in the middle, and obviously choose your terrain cards as well on this one as well. So you can have different if you wanted to. Yeah, but entirely up to you. But pretty cool. Then obviously you get your scenario, so you can choose how you go about doing everything. And you've got certain rules for the Atalan jackals as well. So you do have the fact that they have their own movement ranges and stuff like that. So it's all about kind of getting in there quick and doing as much damage as possible, and kind of getting in there and out of the range of that field ordnance, because that field ordnance can be an absolute killer in games like this. So that's pretty much it. Obviously next week and the week after, part 1 and 2 of our final Astra Militarum mini, which is the Armoured Sentinel. It's a pretty decent mini. It's a walker unit. We'll get the build guide, we'll get the paint guide in part 2. We'll get some lore in there, we might get some fiction in there, we'll get a couple of scenarios, I reckon, as well. Should be pretty good. And then we go into the final 10 issues. The final 10 issues will be the World Eaters. Should be really, really good fun. And it's a very different Chaos faction to utilise. Although it can be balanced out with the Chaos Warrior, the Chaos Space Marines that we had before. You can utilise them both together as part of the same. So if you've not painted any of your Chaos Space Marines, you can turn them into World Eaters, really, if you wanted to. But entirely up to you. They'll just be missing certain bits. So maybe not. Anywho, that is it from me for now. But, you know, it's a new week, it's a new dawn, and there will be something coming up. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye now.